Hello friends, it's Joan, and today I'll be giving my top 5 tips for studying at home or doing online school in quarantine or just in general. I also just want to mention these are my own personal tips and they work for me, but they might not work for everyone else, which is totally okay. Hopefully this video can help you in some way and just help you learn some new things about studying. I literally have it written here just so I don't forget. Let's start off with my first tip, which is to make sure you gather your necessary materials and resources. So for example, for stuff you might need is your laptop or phone for Zoom, pens, paper, your calculator, and make sure you have all of your school stuff such as binders and notes together just to stay organized. And you want to make sure to have all of these things ready for your Zoom classes or study sessions, because when you're studying or doing homework, you don't want to get distracted looking for the things that you need, and if you need to go find something. So just make sure you have all of your materials and set them up before Zoom classes. Make sure to get ready 10 minutes before just so you can get everything together. And that leads me to my second tip, which is make sure you set up an exclusive school or study area in your home. And that could be your desk, for example. Mine is right over there. You want to make sure that you have a space, which is a specific table or desk away from the rest of your family in a quiet space. And having this designated area can help you with focus and help you keep organized. It's a good place for you to do work, a nice, clean, organized desk that you can take all your Zoom calls there and have all your homework done there. It just allows you to have your own private space where it's here I am, this is my place to study and focus on school. And this also helps with making sure you don't get distracted. When you go to school, that's your area. That's where we go to learn, to get educated, and then we come back home or go back outside to hang out with friends, and that's fine. It's a totally separate, different environment. But since we're all stuck at home right now, unless you're watching this from the future, then hi, hopefully quarantine went well for you. But if you're stuck in quarantine right now, you're basically stuck in your house, and it's good to separate your school life from your home life. It's just healthy for your mental health. It's just a healthy way to make everything stay separate. Keep yourself sane. And my third tip would be keeping organized notes. And while this is kind of more of the harder tip, I'd say, to keep up with, just because, in school, once the teacher starts talking, pulls up her PowerPoint, everyone takes out their books and starts copying notes. But in this case, from my own personal experience, a lot of teachers are giving videos and not really teaching lessons and giving us notes. So okay, anyways. God, I forgot what I was talking about. You just want to make sure that you take the responsibility for keeping your own notes, and honestly it will probably really help you, because just keeping notes and keeping organized notes and taking notes, those are all the same thing. By taking notes from the videos that you're watching, you actually get to gather more information and actually make sure that you're learning from what you're watching. I have a quiz this week, so I took some notes on some math videos that my teacher sent me, and so instead of going back to those videos to study, I can just look at the notes that I already took. And there's also that whole thing where if you write something down, you'll remember it better, and that kind of works for me, I guess. So I feel that's just a very good way to keep all of your information organized. I also cannot stress how important it is to be keeping good notes. Okay, I might be a nerd and I like school and stuff, but honestly, keeping good notes is such an important thing. It's also calming for myself, but that's a personal thing. But anyways, keeping organized notes and finding your own style, I think is a really big thing that a lot of people don't realize, but it's actually kind of helpful. For example, I take color-coded notes, so all the colors that I use, it kind of helps with myself to remember things and just I don't know, make it more visually appealing, so I actually look back and I like what I wrote. My designated colors, that mean designated things. I feel color coding just helps so you can easily find your information. I have different styles for note taking for different classes. It's just good to find your own style to take notes in so you understand what you're writing and it's easy to find information for yourself. Me personally, I like to layer all of my notes so that it's easier, again, to find the information that I need and just going through the different sections of my notes, and it's just makes things a lot more easier, a lot more organized, and it takes a lot of time to actually take good notes, but I would say it's very good time invested. And my fourth tip would be to schedule out your day. Especially in this time for quarantine, keeping a schedule and keeping a routine is just really healthy, and it's just really good for planning your time and able to keep working at home without feeling like every single day is repeating. Well, I guess that's the whole idea of a routine, but it's like, so it's not boring, or you know what's happening, I guess. A big thing about scheduling your day is just that you know what you need to get done, and you get on top of all of those deadlines for school, and you also make time for yourself. So I would say a lot of things that I use are specific organizational tools or apps such as Google Calendar and Todoist. And these two apps have helped me so much in just keeping track of what I need to get done every single day, and just knowing when my homework is due or when I have an exam. And what I try to do is schedule out what I plan to get done all in a single day. Todoist, I'll try to use it to schedule out all the stuff that I need to do, and since it's something that takes a long time, I might schedule it first within my day, but it just allows myself to keep up with work and make time for other things. What's really good about Todoist is also that you can make your own projects, I think is what it's called, and they're kind of like tags, but basically you can split up your to-do list into the different subjects they may be for school, or some other categories if you want to do that as well. And I also use Google Calendar to help just keep track of due dates and when quizzes or tests are going to be, and also to schedule out Zoom calls now that all that's happening. And it just helps myself set a routine. For Google Calendar, it's just more general stuff, more of like, on this day this thing is due. I also color code those, just so that, if I look at something, I don't really read it, but I'm like, oh, okay, this thing is red, that means something for socials is due. And it just, helps me keep organized, it looks nice, and it's just very efficient. We like that. And I know some people actually like to schedule with timestamps. I personally don't like to, because I feel like it's very limiting. But you can, or you don't have to, which is I don't usually. In terms of scheduling your time, you get to set goals for what you want to get done every single day. It just gives you a sense of accomplishment when you finish. It's like ticking it off is so satisfying, and it's like, oh my god, I finally got something done, I can keep going. And it just also helps you avoid procrastination, which is, I think, a lot of people's weaknesses. It's very good for keeping track of homework and prioritizing all the things you need to get done. And my fifth and last tip would be to make sure you are taking your breaks and taking time for yourself. While it may be stressful and school is kind of overwhelming at times, again, going back to scheduling your breaks and taking breaks is extremely helpful and really important. It just helps you feel like you're not doing work all day. And once you start scheduling all of your stuff, hopefully you'll be able to find and make time for other things you might want to do. I cannot do homework for 3 hours straight just sitting at my desk the whole time. I have to be able to get up, get a drink, maybe go do something, watch some Netflix really quickly, watch an episode, and then go back to my work. It just keeps things not as boring, and just make sure you have time for other things that are also as important, like your own mental well-being, entertainment, and exercise. But also don't take too many breaks, because you want to make sure you're getting things done. Well, that is the end of my 5 tips for studying during quarantine video. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Make sure to like and subscribe. I can't believe I just said that. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is gonna be so weird. Help you figure out how you have an exclusive school or study set up. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Different note style taking. Nope. It's like my heart went oops. Yeah. My heart just gonna stop between these loops. Hey, you want to make sure that you want to make sure what? I'm not sure. I don't know. Why do my teachers gotta give me so much work? I didn't ask for all this work. Please.